The jungles of Asia hide a living relic, a prehistoric-looking cat so elusive that it hadn't been photographed until 1994. Even today, it takes a whole team of researchers, equipped with over 1,000 cameras, hundreds of hours to capture just a single picture. With the help of dedicated researchers and photographers all over Asia, our team has compiled the largest collection of marbled cat pictures and videos ever assembled on the internet, including exclusive shots never seen before by the general public. These lap cat-sized jungle cuties are almost impossible to study, but in this video, we're going to tell you everything that is known about them, from their fascinating anatomy to the newest insights into their behavior and genetics, and what they reveal about cat evolution. This is the amazing world of the marbled cat. Hi, I'm Taylor Schuldeis, and you're watching Animalogic. In some ways, looking at a marbled cat is like looking back in time. Their coats, their teeth, and their tail all echo primitive feline traits. And there's a reason they haven't changed much. Their hunting skills and camouflage are pretty much perfect. So much so that even scientists, with all their modern technology, have a hard time even spotting them. You ever look at your sweet kitty and think, "Computer, make this cat super like a monkey, super good at biting, and give them super squirrel ankles"? Well, guess what? Computer is about to program a delivery. Also, why are you thinking that? That has to be an original thought. The marbled cat is the size of your aunt's house cat, and also a perfect example of you are what you eat. In order to hunt the birds, squirrels, bats, lizards, and other arboreal animals that they live on, they have to move like them. That giant tail, those flexible ankles, all tools that these wildcats have developed to navigate their three-dimensional territory. Their monkey-like tails take up about 45% of their body length, which helps them balance with absolute confidence on branches. On top of that, they have developed a super flexible joint on their hind feet, allowing them to rotate 180 degrees, which is a trait they share only with animals like squirrels and 2 other cat species. Our cats at home are not included in this exclusive group, which is exactly why we need to call firefighters to save them from their choices. Get it together, guys. Marbled cats' ankles are so strong and flexible, they can grip trees with just their hind feet while dangling upside down to hunt. Out of the way, Spider-Man! I have a new inverted superhero to smooch. I just want to kiss him. Climbing up and down trees is only one part of the equation. They also have to find food in dark, dense, and rainy forests. So of course, they have incredible eyes. These golden amber orbs are specialized for low-light canopy hunting, and an essential tool for our cat friend. To protect them, they have bony rings around their giant eye sockets that help protect them from being poked from the sides and provide essential structural integrity when jumping from significant heights, or hunting, or fighting. This is a primitive feature that most cat species have lost, but it still works for them, so there's no reason why we wouldn't protect those pretty peepers. As you can tell, the marbled cat has some really impressive tools to help them thrive in their natural habitat. Just like the humans prowling around the Animalogic offices. Making Animalogic requires a lot of research. We basically have to become experts on a new subject every week. Some of those subjects, like the diet of marbled cats, are extremely specialized, and studies are sometimes not even published in English. One of my favorite research tools is Consensus, the sponsor of today's episode. Consensus is an AI-powered academic search engine that searches across more than 220 million peer-reviewed research papers to help you find the most relevant scientific evidence quickly. Unlike some AI tools, it never makes up sources or citations. Consensus helps you parse through the information and shows you the information you're looking for with citations for everything. It also has a tool called a consensus meter for more controversial subjects, and it shows you where the scientific consensus falls for every question. Of course, it's a research tool. It doesn't write your work for you, and if you're like me, you still read every paper before you use it as a citation. Test it for yourself and see if it can help you with your research. You can get a 1-week free trial, no credit card required. Click on the link in the description or scan the QR code to try Consensus. And let us know in the comments if it helped you with your research. Now, back to the adorable marbled cats and their eyeball armor. And if the bony rings are their defense, boy, oh boy, does the marbled cat have some offense. During those struggles with predators or prey, our cat can make use of its fiercest asset. Another primitive feature, their massive canine teeth. The marbled cat may be a card-holding member of the itty-bitty kitty committee, but their sturdy skull boasts teeth that make them look like a miniature saber-tooth cat. They're perfect for grabbing prey from branches, dispatching them quickly, and fending off threats. Evolution really ate with these teeth. If you know your cats, everything I've told you might remind you of the iconic clouded leopard. Clouded leopards have a similar lifestyle and look as the marbled cats. They spend a big chunk of their lives in trees eating monkeys, and they also climb headfirst down trees like demons. They also have the largest canines relative to body size of any living cat species. In a way, they're so similar that it makes the marbled cat look more like a shrunken copycat than its own thing. They're twinning so hard that scientists believe they were closely related species that specialized in slightly different sized prey. But genetic testing showed that they're more closely related to bay cats and Asian golden cats, which look more like tiny pumas. This is an amazing case of convergent evolution. The mottled light of the Asiatic rainforests demanded a coat patterning to match. Catching fast-moving and jumping arboreal prey required sharp killing utensils, and the tail was simply a necessity of life for a tree cat. It's such a tried-and-true strategy that 19,000 kilometers away in South America, the margay had the same idea and developed a rosette patterning and flexible ankles. Ugh, guys, somebody's gotta change. But just because they look alike doesn't mean they're the same. These doppelganger neighbors do not mix well, and a clouded leopard will happily eat a marbled cat given the opportunity. And they're not even alone in the forest. Leopard cats and Asiatic golden cats are their neighbors, and nobody gets along with anybody else. To solve this, they channel the inherent avoidant attachment style of all cats with a strategy called temporal segregation. The idea is it's not only where the cats live, but when. While most small wildcat species are nocturnal, the marbled cat likes to do things a little differently. By seizing the day, activity for them peaks just after sunrise or around midday. Clouded leopards are mostly active at night and at sunrise and sunset, meaning they can share the same space and rarely cross paths. Leopard cats are basically never active during the day, so they never have to worry about fist-fighting marbled cats. And Asiatic golden cats are up at the same time as marbled cats, but they hunt on the forest floor, leaving the canopy free for the marbled cat's killer parkour. And these cats are born almost ready to kill. Unlike other kittens, marbled cats develop their teeth while still in the womb. While scientists aren't exactly sure why this happens, it certainly helps the kittens eat solid meat as soon as possible and get to learning the ropes, or branches, of the jungle. I also fear it's giving Renesmee. No wonder their pelts are so pretty. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. Now, that separation timeshare behavior we discussed is especially important as the forests of Asia shrink due to the rapid urbanization of the continent. Other cats are not the only dangers awaiting marbled cats on the forest floor. Wire snares set by poachers and trappers of the bushmeat trade, a practice common in these regions, do not discriminate. So while the marbled cats are never on the menu for locals, they do occasionally become victims of bycatch. And that could mean a big hit to the local cat population should a fertile female get eliminated from the already sparse breeding pool. Little footage is available of these rare creatures. Finding them in the wild often involves trekking through thick brush and 90% humidity, which people and their electronics love. That's sarcasm. Even though they belong to one of the oldest lineages of cats on Earth, they weren't even photographed until 1994 in Thailand, and it didn't get any easier from there. Published in 2025, a nationwide survey in Bhutan set up 1,100 camera stations, collected over 70,000 trap days, which is a little over 200 years worth of film. There was only a little over 350 detections, meaning it takes about 80 days of consecutive days of footage to spot just one cat. This level of elusiveness means researchers have to get creative. Researchers in Vietnam and Laos set up cams and also collected 2,000 leeches to study the DNA of the blood meals in their stomachs, of which they have 10, by the way. Even though they didn't see a single marbled cat in the trap cams, the leeches showed marbled cat DNA, as well as 22 other mammals. More studies using invertebrate-derived environmental DNA are on the way. As you have likely gathered from the painstaking lengths to which people are going to learn about these animals, we don't have a lot of cats. With the help of footage, the fingerprint-like nature of their pelts that help identify individuals, and some fun math, it has been determined that there are populations of 7 to 20 cats per 100 square kilometers. To help you visualize that, it's 10 cats for the entire city of Paris. Pas beaucoup, mon ami. That's French for uh-oh. Unfortunately, these numbers are dwindling. Not just because of snaring bycatch or any intentional poaching, but greatly due to the expansion of our old friend, agriculture. Oh, agriculture. This time, the most damage being done is by oil palm tree plantations. Globally, palm oil and its derivatives are used in over 60% of all packaged food. It's also used in cosmetics, even biofuel, and animal feed in Southeast Asia where it's farmed. The expansion of agricultural projects are a death sentence, not just to the marbled cat, but also all the other specialized species that depend on the rainforest and its canopied highways. Those precious means of transportation are essential for marbled cat's breeding. The marbled cat has territory stretching from the East Himalayas to Southeast Asia. If the corridors of ancient forests connecting these regions together are decimated for plantations, populations will be deeply fragmented. The animals in this region are highly specialized to the jungle environment and can't just adapt to the flat, open terrain of a plantation in the short time it takes to develop one. With cats unable to reach each other, their population will dwindle. So, what can be done to dodge this dwindle? First and foremost, conservation efforts require the cooperation of locals, and there are already several projects in the works. You can't simply block off the forest as protected areas because people rely on the forest as much as the animals do. The solutions being explored include community-led conservations like the Eastern Himalayan Marbled Cat Project, EHMCP. Other organizations like the Small Cat Conservation Foundation have supported efforts to integrate predator-proof poultry cages to prevent retaliatory killings. The GEF7 Wildcat Landscapes program is working to ensure that cat conservations suit the needs of small wildcats as well as their more popular large cat neighbors. They're also protecting and expanding the corridors we talked about to reduce population bottlenecking. And finally, they're providing more sustainable livelihood alternatives to oil palm farming. So, what should we talk about next? Drop me your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos every single week. Bye-bye!